Hi everyone, it is Samantha and today is Wednesday, which of course means Top 5 Wednesday time. Today's Top 5 Wednesday topic is Top 5 Historical Books, so any 5 books that do not take place in the current time. And of course, as always, Ginger Reads Lainey, the creator of Top 5 Wednesday's channel, and the Goodreads group will be linked down below. Also, as always, none of these are in any particular order, just the order in which I pick them up in, because I hate ranking things. It causes me great personal anguish. So now, moving on, let's start. The first book I would like to mention is Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marillier. I love this book. It's in my top 10 favorite book list. It takes place in medieval Ireland and England. It is a retelling of an Irish fairy tale, The Seven Swans, I think it's called, and it is fantastic. Beautifully and lyrically written. It holds a lot of richness, both in the way it's told. Just, you can almost taste it, if that makes any sense. Like, you know when somebody describes something so well, you almost feel like you're there smelling, tasting, living it? Yes, I hope you know what I mean. That is exactly what this book conjures up for you when you're reading it. It is just a rich, wonderful historical fantasy book, and I highly recommend you check it out. It's beautiful. Next up is really any Jane Austen book. I mean, the Edwardian era was perfect, in my opinion. If I had to choose a time in which to live, I might just choose the Edwardian era because, personally, I prefer the way that they dressed in the Edwardian era versus the Victorian era. Hoop skirts? No. I am not doing a hoop skirt. Too much going on. But that aside, Jane Austen's books are wonderful. I love them all. If you guys want to know what my favorite Jane Austen book is, by the way, which I don't think I've ever mentioned, it is Emma. I love Emma. Emma is my favorite. I know I mentioned Pride and Prejudice a lot. I do love it, and it fits a lot of different categories for things for me, but Emma is my personal favorite. So I guess if I have to choose one of these for this video, it's going to be Emma. Third on my list, as it is Christmas time, is Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, one of my favorite Christmas stories, which, side note, and shameless self-promotion time, we will be reading and the week before Christmas in my Very Dickens Christmas read-along. There is a Goodreads group, and I will link it down below so you guys can go and check it out. Anyway, it is my favorite, one of my favorite Charles Dickens stories. It's one of my favorite Christmas stories. It's a beautiful story. I recommend you check it out if you haven't. Dickens has a way of perfectly describing Christmas. Like, he just conjures up all of the feelings of Christmas, and you just feel like you're a little kid again living it, and it's beautiful. So definitely gotta put A Christmas Carol on this list. Next up is Wilkie Collins' The Woman in White. It is a fabulous story. There is a lot going on. There's a lot of mystery and intrigue and weird stuff going on. It was a really engaging and fast-paced story that I recommend you check out if you have not done so already. Plus, isn't this a beautiful book? Penguin, you really know how to bind up a book. And last but certainly not least is any Arthurian retelling. This one right here is The Once and Future King by T.H. White. I love me an Arthurian retelling. A little bit of Guinevere, Arthur, and Merlin. I am good to go. It is one of my favorite time periods of history to study, and there's just something about Arthurian legends, King Arthur, that I just find so fascinating and wonderful and heartwarming. It just tickles me to bits. I just absolutely love any type of Arthurian retelling. Pretty much all the ones I have read are some of my favorite historical books. Alright everyone, those are my top 5 historical books I have chosen for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know down in the comments what your top 5 historical books would be, because I'm always looking for, you know what, in particular, start in any books in the comments that are not classics but still take place in a historical setting, because I was realizing when I was making this video, I haven't actually read that many books that actually take place in our world but were set in the past, but are a current story, a modern story, written by a contemporary author. That makes any sense, because I feel like I'm kind of rambling right now. I'm sorry, it's a little bit late when I'm filming this. But yeah, just let me know down in the comments if you guys know of any books like that, because I would love to check it out, particularly if it's a historical fantasy, because I definitely want to read more historical fantasy. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading, bye!